Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Wild Whiskey Wolf, and we're back here at FastByFew. I just wanted to come here and ask Thibault, owner and manager of FastByFew, a few of our most frequently asked ECU related questions regarding flashing the ECU and tuning and stuff like that. So I went through the channel and I basically looked through all the questions you guys had, and we compiled it down into the top 5 questions, and I decided to come to a professional to get them answered. So here we are, FastByFew. Here's Thibault. And the first question we had for you is, will an ECU flash void my warranty?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So basically, if I'm getting my bike flashed by a tuner, I shouldn't expect any type of warranty things to be able to be taken care of. It's something that's going to completely void it.
Correct.
Okay. The next question we had for you is an ECU flash versus a power commander. How do I know which one I need for my bike?
All right, so this is going to be a long one. All right, so a power commander is essentially a torque wrench. Okay, tuners have the ability to set your air fuel ratio and any throttle percentage and any RPM. An ECU flash, basically you're able to get into the computer, you're able to turn off any throttle restrictions, any ignition restrictions, and then you can turn off the emissions as well. So my recommendation to everybody is to get a ECU flash first that removes everything, and then figure out how you want to tune the bike.
Okay, I see. So basically the number one priority, if you're interested in tuning the bike and de-restricting the bike, is getting that ECU flash first?
Absolutely.
Okay, and the next question we have is, how do I find out if my ECU can even be flashed?
So you technically can't find out as a customer, other than finding somebody that flashes ECUs like myself, and there's a million other people out there. And basically not every bike is able to be flashed. A couple of the ones that we can briefly go over, like a 2020 and newer Kawasaki H2 cannot be flashed. A 2020 Yamaha R1 and newer cannot be flashed. A 21 and newer ZX10 cannot be flashed. And that's just the most sought after bike to be flashed. There's other bikes on that list, but for the most part, most bikes can be flashed, saying that they're the Japanese Big Four companies.
Okay. So basically, if I'm looking to get my bike flashed, the best thing for me to do is hit up someone like yourself or another flasher and basically ask them, hey, this is the bike I have, and can I flash my ECU?
Correct.
All right. If you guys are interested in getting your ECU flashed by FastByFew, I'm going to drop the links down in the description below for all his business contact information, so it'll be easy to hit up and get your ECU flashed. All right, the next question we have is, so if I get a bike and someone tells me it's already been flashed, can I flash my motorcycle ECU more than once?
So yes, you can flash it more than once. There are certain companies that you use to flash that will lock the ECU to that company. So it depends. Basically, the best way to go and find out is you got to find out who flashed the bike, and depending on what company they used, then you would be able to know if you can flash it. But essentially, on a unused ECU, you can flash it as many times as you want. There is a limit, however. You can only flash an ECU, it's like 500 or 1,000 times, and then you corrupt the memory, so you'll have to get a new one.
Okay. All right, and the final question we have is, what is the difference between an ECU flash and a Dyno Tune, and do I need both?
All right, so an ECU flash is essentially going into the ECU, and as I said before, you're going to be removing restrictions and you're going to be turning off emissions. Okay? A dyno tune is where we put the bike on the dyno and we run the motorcycle in a controlled environment. So let's say I'm trying to tune the bike where you're going to be riding it. You know, let's say you're doing 80 miles an hour, which is around 5,000 RPM. Well, what I'll do on the dyno is I'm able to hold the bike at 5,000 RPM, and I'm able to twist the throttle and hit all my load cells and get a perfect air-fuel ratio when you're riding. And it's something that you cannot do with being on the street. I see a lot of street tuners that are trying to do that, and you can't do it because the load is different, and it just it's just not an accurate way of doing it. You know what I mean? Even like on all the race teams that I work on, any professional race team, we 100% spend at least 1,000 milliseconds per cell tuning each cell. And when you're riding it, you're not able to do that. You can't hold the bike at 75% throttle at 9,000 RPM. You can't hold it there for 1 second. It's physically impossible for being on the street. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand that you can do on the dyno. So it's best to get an ECU Flash, turn everything off, and then you absolutely want to tune the bike on the dyno, or just tune it, period. Even a street tune is going to be better than no tune, because what you do is you keep your air fuel ratio safe, and it keeps the motor burning clean. And when you have a motor that's running clean, then your maintenance is going to be less, because you're not going to have as much carbon buildup, and you're not going to have your chances of detonation are going to be lower. And I mean, I can just keep listing stuff off.
I see. So basically the first thing we want to do is get our ECU Flash, and then we'll come back and get the dyno tune.
Right.
Okay, awesome. And that's it, everybody. We thank you again, Thibault. Any type of performance bike needs you guys have, make sure to hit up Thibault, FastByFew. I'll put the links for all his business contact information below. See you guys around.